is something about basically. I don't know who this guy is. I know he's I know he's in Europe. I'm not sure exactly where, but this is something he talks about where it's things that Americans do that just confuse him. Oh, Xanax, I know what you're talking about. That new Star Trek short that came out, I know. No, Bobcat, I know it's there, but that's not what we're watching. We're watching this. It's who is this? GeorgeM. Um, talking about Americans seriously confuse me. Apparently, Americans say things or do things that seriously confuse him. So, let's see.
Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the weird, wonderful and wrong things Americans say as compiled on the subreddit r/word I'm not allowed to say yet because we're too early in the video. Americans say. There is no good reason why cashiers shouldn't be allowed to sit. Most of them do, right? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like...
Retail workers from America in my chat. Are you allowed to sit, as a cashier at present? Not in America. Okay, and once more, Unto, thank you for the follow. So in America, you cannot sit at the cash. Well, all these, yeah, but all these is, as we've all learned, all these is different. Because you know what? Same thing applies in Canada. It's also in Canada. They don't let cashiers sit in Canada either. The only time I've ever seen a cashier sit in Canada is if that individual has a foot or leg injury and they basically have a medical note from the doctor that they have to be allowed to sit while working the cash. That's the only time I've seen a cashier in Canada sitting either. Yeah, what the fuck is the problem with letting cashiers sit? Like, what brain trust in North America thinks that because a cashier is sitting down, they're lazy? Why? I legitimately want an explanation from the companies as to why they don't consider it's professional looking. You're a goddamn retail store. Nobody gives a shit about professionalism. Nobody fucking cares. Your customers do not care. Your customers do not go to a retail store looking for professionalism. People that go to a retail store are there to get their shit, buy it, and get out. And sometimes ask an employee, where can I find it? They don't care if the cashier is sitting, because you know what? Most of those cashiers are grumpy. They're grumpy because they're on their fucking feet all day long for no goddamn reason. Let them sit the fuck down. Like, big corporations for retail chains. Listen to me now.
Our customers also have Karens, who will find something to complain about, even sitting. Cheer 100.
Well, Tysel? Fuck them. I do not care about the Karens. One Karen gets pissy. Bye. You don't like it. Bye. Like, seriously. These retail stores, these corporate retail stores, need to start telling the Karens to kindly go fuck themselves. A Karen getting pissed and reading on Facebook is not going to hurt your business. Treat your fucking employees well. Stop wanting this false sense of it doesn't look professional. And treat your goddamn employees right. I know you're not going to listen to me because you're all pieces of shit that only care about your dollars. But treat your fucking employees right. I've been there. I've been in retail. I know how it goes.
I had a coworker for a time who would literally FaceTime on his phone while checking a customer out. He got fired eventually, but not immediately. Fuck professionalism.
That's not even lack of professionalism. That's not doing your job. There is a difference.
The Sitting down is lazy. Crowd gonna be mad AF when they find out what an office is. Cheer 245.
Well, Ravens Wings, first of all, welcome. Hope you're having fun even though I'm in rage mode now. First of all, the sitting down is lazy crowd, they don't care. The people that, the crowd that says sitting down is lazy have their heads so far up their own ass they can check their heart for pull-ups. And I'm in the wrong place of anatomy for that one, but you understand my meaning. They don't care. They think they are the centers of the world, and that the employees should kowtow to them. They don't care about the offices. They're in the retail place of business, and they think they can act like the fucking CEO. They say when a carer complains, if they say it's their First Amendment right. Fantastic. It's also our First Amendment rights to put the bitch in her place by calling her what a fucking idiot she is, and that she should shut the fuck up. Also a First Amendment right. Yeah, well, Alex, some customers care. Some. A very, very fine amount. Like 0.0001, i.e. the carrots. It is the assholes of management, but it's also the fucksticks up in corporate that want to pretend like their piece of shit retail business is some majesty of the shopping experience when it's a goddamn Walmart. Okay? They
Let's
have
face
this.
It, there is almost never a rule against it. It's just few employees can be bothered to just grab a chair and sit.
Incorrect, Bobcat. Incorrect. There are the vast amount of businesses, particularly corporate businesses. If you are a cashier and you go to grab a chair to sit down, number one, good luck finding one of the appropriate height. Number two, you're gonna have your managers come around and tell you can't do it. I get dared fucking to you because they are that tight-assed, and the corporation is telling the managers, don't let them do that, it looks unprofessional. Garen fucking teed. It's not a matter of laws. It's not a matter of law. It's a matter of a corporation that thinks way more highly of itself and its operation than it actually is.
Whenever you go like Sainsbury's or like Aldi or whatever, they are sat there like scanning things through. In America, are they stood up? Oh yes, let's promote laziness and pay people who want to be lazy more money. I mean, there is just no reason why cashiers should have.
Wait. Let's promote laziness and pay people who want to be. What the fu? Okay, chat, am I understanding what this is supposed to be saying? Because, to my eyes, this person is criticizing this and calling people that work retail at the cash lazy. Am I interpreting this correctly? That he's calling people working retail lazy and basically pissy for complaining about wanting more money? I am correct. Cool. Unnamed person? Go and fuck yourself. Third.
Pay people who want to be lazy more money. I mean, there is just no reason why cashiers shouldn't be allowed to sit. It doesn't impair their ability to do their job, does it? Have you ever had to stand in one place for hours on end? It's horrible. It's bloody horrible.
It fucking sucks.
European colonial history in 6 words. Is that yours? It's mine now. Have they just like censored Neil deGrasse Tyson's Twitter username? Americans would never do this. We save nations, not destroy them.
Really? I think a couple people might take a little bit of issue on this one. Granted, Americans do not exactly make it a habit of annexing other nations. which, yeah, I mean, yeah. If we're looking at modern day, in the past, yeah, the Americans basically built their entire country on someone else's land. So, yeah. But again, what this person is doing, and I know exactly what they're doing. He's reading this Eastern Colonial, Eastern. Why did I say Eastern? European. He's saying European. Is that yours? It's mine now. He's neglecting this part. The colonial history part. This guy is only saying, he's thinking, like, America doesn't do that now. And Neil's not talking about now. He's talking about history. History is important. Those who do not learn history are doomed to repeat it. Mr. Bald Eagle, as his profile picture, clearly missed that memo.
I have some news for you, my friends. Did you know everything in British grocery stores is tax-free? The price you pay at the cashier is the price you see on the ticket. It's amazing. That's such...
No, fucking no. I'm in Canada and I know this is wrong. It's not tax-free. It's the price on the product is with the tax included. Yeah. I've actually had people from basically everywhere outside of North America when I worked retail. I've actually had a couple people from outside North America complain to us about the fact that our taxes are not shown on the price tags. In fact, they bitched about it so much at the register that the manager came over and actually discounted the tax, which was only like, bearing in mind, this person was bitching and moaning about literally 5 cents of tax. Bearing in mind, this person who was from, I'm not sure, I want to say he might, based on the accent I remember him having, I think he might have been Nigerian. I could be mistaken about that. But he bought like a bag, which was like 99 cents. And he got I forget, I think it was a bag. And I think his tax was like 10 cents, 5 or 10 cents. And he threw a shit fit about the fact that the tax was not included on the sticker price of the bag. And through such a shit fit, the manager actually came over and just like discounted him the tax price. Just so we could get him the fuck out of there. So yeah, it's not tax-free numbnuts on TikTok or whatever. Yeah, sorry, Facebook. This looks like Facebook. It's not tax-free, you dumb fuck. They just include the tax on the sticker. Yes, Annex. Like the managers I worked with in retail were actually quite decent. I actually like I bitch about retail and everything, but one thing I give full credit for is that where I worked, my managers were actually good. I had good managers where I worked at. They, for the most part, they backed up their employees. They worked with their employees. So it's, I actually had a good experience from a managerial standpoint at my job in retail. But I do know about plenty of people who have had absolute dogshit managers. The biggest problem I had in retail when I worked it was the corporation, disseminating bullshit policies and the customers. I didn't have any problem with the on-site management. All of my on-site management was quite solid. Yes, Deb. Yeah, they said it's... Did you know everything in British grocery stores is tax-free? That's... Here, I'll play it again.
stores is tax-free. The price you pay at the cashier is the price you see on the ticket. It's amazing. That's such a weird thing about going to America. It's the only country I think I've ever been to that doesn't put tax onto the price. You have to like mentally work out how much something actually is. But no, we do pay tax over here. It is just included in the price of the item, as it should be. Like, you should know how much you are paying for something without having to do like loads of mental maths. All the Americans...
And I guarantee you, whenever this has been brought up, like, in government to, like, mandate that all pricing, like, to come up with some kind of law or mandate or whatever, that the price of goods should be fully displayed, including tax, guarantee you have corporate lobbyists saying, no, don't do that, because they like the advantage of hiding the tax from the customer. So when the customer has to pay, they're paying more, but either they don't realize it or they usually go, fuck it, I'm already here, fine, go ahead and do it. I guarantee you that's what happens every time. The idea of, let's change things so tax has to be included in the price tag. There's a corporate lobbyist that basically talks them out of it, probably with campaign donation money. Oh, big dog, where... 7 cents? I wish it was 7 cents. It's like 13 or 15 cents where I live. I can't remember which. Like, taxes in Canada are, like, Eastern Canada are fucking insane. Newfoundland has like a 15% tax. That's the one I know, is Newfoundland has a 15% tax, so it's 15 cents for every dollar. It's pretty out of fucking control.
Wanting to move to Europe, don't. Why would I want to move to Europe of all places? Zero freedom. What do you...
I hate when Americans do this. I fucking hate when Americans do this. That they think America is the only place with freedom. Chat, did I ever play for you that video from, I think it was called Broadcast News with Jeff Daniels starring in it, where the opening scene of the first episode is him on stage with two, political pundits or something. And some girl walks up to the microphone asking the question and says, why is America the greatest country in the world? And one of them in his, one of them in a proud voice, like practically beating his chest, says freedom, and let's keep it that way. And then Jeff Daniels has to answer. He tries to do a mulligan and not actually answer. I know. That's why I'm talking. And he tries to do a mulligan, and the moderator's like, no, I want an answer from you. I want a real answer from you. And he basically goes on this fucking awesome diatribe how America is not the greatest country in the world, and one of the points he makes is, the freedom thing. He's like, I forget the number he said, 250 sovereign states in the nation, 230 of them have freedom. It's honestly terrifying that Americans think that America is the only country that has freedom. That's honestly a little terrifying. Because that means these people are going to go to other countries and try to, and potentially maybe try to liberate those countries because they're American. When any country that they would have a desire to go visit has freedom. It does. It's slightly different looking than what America's got, but it got freedom. And Vishrock, it's not ridiculous. The GST is what pays for all of these social programs for Canadians. The GST is what pays for healthcare. It has a reason. It's not just ridiculous just to be there. That's what pays for the healthcare in Canada and now the dental care. So it's not exactly ridiculous. It's high, to be sure, but it serves a purpose. Normally I hear more so that U.S. doesn't really want protected freedom of speech. Fish, I have heard that too, and it's also demonstrably false. Canada got freedom of speech. Most sovereign nations over in Europe have freedom of speech.
No.
Yes. Yes, Camito, a new program came online back in, I think it was January, here in Canada, that is basically free governmental dental health insurance for people that make under $90,000 a year. There's like a couple tiers, but yes, you can, there is governmental dental health care, free governmental dental health care in Canada now. It is. Yep.
What do you think freedom means, man? Like, what do you think it means? That's the...
This sounds like how the First Crusade got started. The Catholic Church framed it as taking back the Holy Land for Christianity. But there was way more to it.
Kinda, sorta, Leo. A little bit. Like, I could see, like, a modern-day argument being made for something like that, perhaps. It's a bit of an extreme, though.
Spirit. Can someone tell me why British grocery stores sell this dangerous candy if it's illegal almost everywhere? I'm so...
It ain't just Britain. It ain't just Britain. They got the Kinder eggs. It's in Canada too. In fact, if you come to Canada and you return to the US and you have a Kinder egg, you can get fined. You could actually receive a fine. It's because of the little toys inside. These Kinder eggs have actually I'll show you. The Kinder eggs have, let's see. So Kinder egg has this pellet inside of it, and inside is a little toy of some sort. Sometimes disassembled, you have to assemble it, sometimes it's one piece. And so it's a choking hazard for children. So instead of America saying, hey parents, don't let your young toddlers play with this, because they might eat the toys or something, America just fucking banned it. They flat out just banned it entirely. Yeah. So but Britain's got it and Canada's got it.
So confused. I don't think it is. It's a European chocolate, right? Kinder. I think it's German. Am I right in saying it's German? Italian.
I
Kinder's
think it's
Italian. Where are Kinder eggs banned? Kinder eggs are banned in the United States, but legal in other countries like Canada and Mexico. I mean, I think that's the only country they're banned in, right? Oh,
yes,
Chile
it is.
as well. Apparently,
they're
banned in Chile. Kinder Surprise eggs are banned in the US because of safety concerns related to having a non-nutritive object like a plastic capsule inside a confectionery product. How big are your children's mouths if they're just going to a Kinder egg? At that point, it's just natural selection, I'm afraid.
Amber, you do realize we have Kinder eggs here in America, right? Cheer 100.
No, Tyso, I thought they were banned. You guys actually do have... They're just different. Oh, so you have Kinder eggs, but they don't have the prize inside. Is that what it is? It's a hollow egg with nothing inside? Oh. You all got screwed. It's... No matter what the label says, it ain't a true Kinder egg if it doesn't have the prize inside, chat. It ain't a true Kinder egg.
To say. Actually, this is a comment on a picture of Margot Robbie as Barbie. I don't like that on press tour she's using her Aussie accent as if to let others know she's a good actress or something because her American English sounds fine. I mean, she probably...
What? I don't like that press tours that she's using her Aussie accent. Unknown commenter. She's fucking Australian. American accent is her acting. Yeah, she's fucking Australian. She's not American. Why would she not just not use her fake American accent in conversation? You entitled little bitch. Fucking hell. These are people that literally think America's the center of the world. That if you use anything other than an American accent... Dropkick, I don't know, maybe he thinks there's like a switch on the back of her neck to turn the Aussie accent on and off. I don't fucking know. Given the intelligence of this comment, I have to wonder if that is the case.
Uses her Aussie accent because she's from Australia and she's not acting as Barbie in the press tours, is she? Is she here on a working visa? I don't know. Does she even have a visa at all? I think she should be deported. She lives and works in... What do you mean, is she here on a working visa? How does that relate to any of it? Why is that important? Why do you need to know what category of visa
Holy
she has? She lives and works in Hollywood, and that's where she gets her massive income from. Drop the accent, yeah.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck. This is one of those, you're in America, you better speak American. I guarantee you, this person right here is the kind of person that if they go into a store and two ladies that are Mexican by heritage, just conversing with one another casually in Spanish, will turn to them and say, "Speak fucking English, this is America. Go back to Mexico if you want to talk that Mexican talk." I guarantee you that's what this person does. They're a fucking bigoted asshole. Flat out, this is a bigoted asshole. You're a bitch. I don't discriminate. I'm an equal opportunity attacker. I will fuck you up no matter what gender you are.
Yeah, you get a lot of your income from Hollywood. Stop speaking in your silly Aussie accent. Start speaking American like everyone else.
But I guarantee you, if that person that posted that was a woman, well, she's bitching about Margot Robbie's accent. She's jilling herself off to a screaming orgasm over Tom Hiddleston's accent. I guarantee you. That's why I think it's a woman. Because only a woman would bitch about a woman from another nation using her native accent. But if it was a man with a sexy native foreign accent, they're figuring themselves into a bloody oblivion. Guarantee.
Is Lionel Messi a bigger sports brand than Michael Jordan? Discuss. That's actually quite debatable because, I mean, NBA is basically very big in the US, not as big everywhere else, whereas football...
Wait, okay, hang on.
Is Lionel Messi a...
I need some help here. I need some help here. Who is Lionel Messi? I have no idea who Lionel Messi is. Can someone help me out? A footballer? Okay. So does Lionel Messi he's a player and he has his own brand? Does he have his own brand of merchandise? Kinda? Okay. Because if we're talking about brands, I'm thinking Michael Jordan might be there. Simply because Michael Jordan as a brand has been around. He's a major endorser. Because the question is he a bigger sport brand? Which is it's usually team merch. Okay, so then this question doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Wait. Okay, so does Messi have a shoe named after him like Michael Jordan has a shoe named after him? Is that the context that Lionel Messi? No? Well, then I don't... Okay. Take a look, but if he doesn't, that's the only rationale I could think of by asking this question. That while Messi has his own soccer shoe, or football shoe as the case may be, and Jordan has the basketball shoe. So, and yeah, Rygat, you're thinking of Bao, not Philly. Bao is the one that screams, "I want to be bread." Where she was screaming that for, what's his name? I forget.
Bigger sports brand than Michael Jordan. Discuss. That's actually quite debatable because, I mean, NBA is basically very big in the US, not as big everywhere else, whereas football is big in most countries.
Okay, so Messi has a jersey brand, Jordan has a shoe brand. Okay. Hefe, yeah, that's where I was thinking. Yeah, Jordan has more than just shoes, but his brand is known for shoes. That is the thing. Jordan is as a brand is known for the shoes. The other clothing line is tertiary. So
in the world. However, Michael Jordan has the Jordan brand. And if you talk about sports brands, I'd say Michael Jordan's bigger. Honestly, that's my opinion. I'm a massive football fan. I think Lionel Messi is
but again,
the best player to ever play
small
the sport.
potatoes.
I think Michael Jordan's sports brand is just it's bigger than Messi's. Michael Jordan is known worldwide, yeah, I totally agree with that, to be honest. Nobody in America, South America, or Asia will have heard of Lionel Messi. Yeah, no one in South America, in countries like Argentina will have heard of Lionel Messi. No one. He's only famous in Europe. I mean, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. I don't know what this is in reply to, but agreed. I identify as a German American as I was raised in a German American household celebrating German traditions. Just because I'm only 6.25%.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I'm going to deny how important it is to me. You're not German if you're 6.25%.
Oh my. Really? This is one of those people that okay. I'm not going to say the name because honestly, I kind of remember the name. This is like a certain someone claiming to be Native American that was in a position of power. They were claiming to be Native American. That's what this sounds like.
Hello, which traditions did you celebrate? Do you speak German in your house? We eat German food such as breakfast and German pasta. What the fuck is German pasta? When you say breakfast, you...
Oh, God. Like, seriously. You're calling yourself German because you ate German food. I'm calling myself German because we eat German food like bratwurst and German pasta. Alright, 100%. This is someone that is basically just trying to say, I'm special and I'm important. And that's why they're saying this. This is someone who does not think that they are special in any way, and they're desperate for some online clout. And so they're just saying, I'm German. So that's it. I guarantee.
German pasta? What the fuck is German pasta? When you say breakfast, you eat sausages. We also go to German heritage events to celebrate our heritage. These are our traditions. We can speak.
We go to German heritage events. These are our by the way, chat, anybody notice what this poster's screen name is? Did anybody catch what his screen name is, by the way? Excuse me. This guy touting his Germanic heritage. What's his screen name, chat? Celtic Superfan. Oh, wait, there's an extra S in there. Celtics. I retract my statement. I'm an idiot. Never mind. I skipped over that second S. I thought it just said Celtic superfan. Never mind. I reject my statement. Feel free to balk me. Okay, moving on.
Some German, but not fluent yet. I don't trust anyone that actually uses WhatsApp, lol. So anyone outside the USA. It is weird that Americans don't use WhatsApp, but literally the entire world does.
Really?
WhatsApp's pretty...
Is WhatsApp that big of a thing in Europe? Like, people in chat that are in Europe, is WhatsApp a huge thing over there? You don't use it at all, TJ. And you're in Europe, I'm guessing. Yeah? It's massive in South America. Okay. You used it while you were in Kuwait? It's huge in Europe and Asia. Okay. Is it because... right at WhatsApp is basically a text messaging app. It's an encrypted text messaging app. Is it because the text messaging, the core text messaging is more expensive or not widely available on most plans in Europe? Is that maybe why it's bigger? Because that's what allows for file sharing, video sharing. That could be a factor. Can be with social features. You can use it with the Wi-Fi. Well, right, I don't know. That's why I'm wondering. Like in Europe, maybe they don't. Like in North America, cell phone plans come with unlimited texting. I don't know if it's that way in Europe. Yeah, it was free. I don't know if it still is. Yeah, I mean, basically, WhatsApp is essentially the Facebook Messenger. It is. It's essentially Facebook Messenger. You can do like video calls just like FaceTime. Okay, so and it is considered to be more secure. That is one thing. It is considered to be more secure because it does have end-to-end encryption. Now, WhatsApp is not as bad about this. Kik is horrible about it. Kik is 100% terrible for that, Andrea. WhatsApp, I haven't heard about it being that much of an issue. Is it less resource intensive than Facebook Messenger? Okay.
I like WhatsApp. Yep, haha. I mean, it's kind of wrong, though, to make assumption, but it's
your
true.
mom's a
Most people
cutie.
who
Thank
use
you for the
WhatsApp
follow.
are usually foreigners who don't want to pay for a Verizon or T-Mobile or Sprint phone plan. Why would someone outside of the US...
Wait, hang on. Yep, haha. I mean, it's kind of wrong, though, to make that assumption, but it's true. Most people who use WhatsApp are usually foreigners who want to... Okay. But you still need well, I guess unless you go on the Wi-Fi.
For a Verizon or T-Mobile or Sprint phone plan. Why would someone outside of the US pay for a US phone plan? Also, what does that have to do with using WhatsApp? Which I don't understand. Like, I'm not going to get WhatsApp to talk to you. Just...
Well, also, like, you can make phone calls on WhatsApp, can you not? That's another thing, so basically, I'm guessing, like, public Wi-Fi is rather prevalent in many European cities. And so with WhatsApp, you can basically call, text, and video conference and never have a phone plan. You can just get an unlocked phone, put WhatsApp on it, you now have a functional phone. So that's probably why, is the public Wi-Fi is more prevalent in the in European cities. And so that's probably what makes it more popular. Yeah. And Tysel, I mean, yeah, you use your phone number as the account. But what I'm talking about is, like, you don't have to actually get a phone plan on an unlocked phone and put WhatsApp on. As long as you have internet service, you're good. So, yeah. I mean, Hoseki, like, they do have, like, temporary SIMs for people visiting the country that you can buy like you can buy a SIM card and temporary phone. You can do like a prepaid plan. They do offer that, like they have it at the frickin' airports.
Pay for your phone service like a normal person. Yeah, but WhatsApp you can use on your computer. You can speak to people. It's a good communication platform. It's great. You can like direct message people who don't have iPhone. It's a great messaging app. And why would someone pay for a phone service just to talk to you while WhatsApp is free? You know that WhatsApp, among other apps, is the norm in the rest of the world, right? Well, not in America. I mean, yeah, they're right. It isn't the norm in America. I predict that it will be soon though, because it is a really good app. The NFL is more largely watched than the EPL. They might not be wrong because there's a population.
EPL. What's the EPL? Chat, help me out. What's the EPL? What is that? I've never heard of the EPL. Yeah, I've never even heard of that. English Premier League? Is that football? That was European football. Okay. What's the NFL? Football. The gridiron. That's what the NFL is. And I don't know. Well, DJ, I don't know about that, if it helps. I don't give a shit about sports, honestly. I don't either. Like, I could not care. I do not give a fuck about sports, generally speaking.
In America is higher, but there are more people worldwide that watch the Premier League. Okay, right. Average NFL viewership 2023. Okay, so the average television viewership of a regular season NFL game in 2023 was 17.9 million. Okay, right. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Premier League. Okay, apparently the Premier League is watched by, I mean, I don't know how reliable this is, but apparently I mean, it's hard to get. I'm not going to say any numbers because it's hard to get these, but I've got the NBC stats, which is like the American audience, which in the 23-24 league season, it was over 500,000 viewers per match in the US. I can't
in the US. Yeah, that's, I imagine the EPL is watched a lot more in Europe. Because football in Europe is basically the same level of excitement as football in America. So, I imagine the EPL is probably just as popular as the NFL, comparatively speaking, between Europe and America. Yeah.
What's the UK viewership? I have no idea, but I wouldn't put it past it, you know, like that. The US is a big country. Come on, man. What universe do you live in where this is true? Okay, here we go. All right, okay, right. They're using the same stats I just pulled out. Average NFL viewership per game is 17.4 million. EPL's is 546k, 380 games compared to NFL's 272. I mean, you're just going off US viewership numbers.
Exactly. You can't make a comparison of US viewership for a European sport. You are flat out wrong if you try and do that.
The EPL is given this title is because of possible viewers, not actual viewers. That 546k is just US viewership on US channels, not global.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't find any stats for global viewership, but I don't know. It might be higher. But the average game, I don't know. Are more than 17.4 million people tuning into Nottingham Forest versus West Ham? I don't know. Why all the communist cities look the same? Paris, Amsterdam, Barcelona, Rio de Janeiro, etc.
I'm sorry? Did this motherfucker just say Paris, Amsterdam, Barcelona, and Rio are communist? What? Yeah, this is the same kind of person that says that no other country has freedom except America. And yeah, look the same. Right. Tell me you've never left your little corner of America without actually telling me you haven't left your little corner of America. This fucker is in a little bubble.
I've heard the Netherlands actually call their own government pseudo-communist. Cheer 100.
I mean, but regardless, like that's people, you know, that may be people that are critical of their own government, which everybody is. But this is someone who probably lives in a small little town. They've probably never left that town. They don't know what anything outside their little fucking town looks like. They'd probably seen a picture book mislabeled and went, yeah, they all look the same. American education. At its peak. Chat. Yeah, your American education. Right the fuck here.
Barcelona reedition Nero, etc. I honestly wonder what Americans think communism is. Because they just call everyone a communist who isn't, like, very right-wing, don't they?
Yeah, no. You know what they do is any country that is not strictly a capitalist country is communist to them. These are the people that call every country that has socialized medicine or universal health care, they label that instantly as communist. Because they don't know what communism actually is. Like, when I put out the video about the German wall falling, and I was discussing about socialism with universal healthcare and things like that, I had so many fucking people in the comment section of that video going the fuck off saying socialized medicine or universal healthcare is just the step before communism. And it's just going to turn into, you're guaranteed to turn into communism if you have socialized medicine or universal healthcare. That's how so many people in America think. Like, socialism is not communism. If it gets out of fucking control, yes, it can turn into that. Which is why in that very video that I was commentating about before, I specifically said it needs to be tempered. Like, you cannot just let it run wild. But having things like social programs, like universal health care, and, you know, and if you have programs for medications, that's not fucking communism.
Well, here's a thing to consider too. History professors are also retroactively changing the definitions of what communism and socialism are. I've had several people tell me Cuba isn't communism. Cheer 100.
Why does that not surprise me, Tysel? Fucking hell. Yeah, it's basically what it's boiling down to now is in America. If it basically boils down to this, it seems like in America. If you're not a country run by capitalism, you're communist. That's what it feels like. As someone whose mother, one of the biggest anti-communists I've ever seen, fled Budapest and escaped the communists, there's a big difference between socialized medicine and full-blown Stasi on every street. Exactly the point I try to make, Corlane, and welcome. Thank you for thank you. That's thank you. Welcome. And thank you for the follow also. Yeah, that's the point that I try to make. Is that having socialized medicine does not mean you're fucking communist. But people from America love to just scream that it's communist. Or that it's the stepping stone to communism. But America's not the only fucking country in the world. And just because your government doesn't want to take care of your people doesn't mean that other governments that do are communist. I know. Socialism is tantamount to communist to these people, which of course is an evil word. So basically, if you say something is socialist, they instantly equate it to communism because they don't know what real communism actually is. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Actually, none of these cities are anywhere close to being communist. Okay, this is obvious. This is obvious, mate. American Castle, which inspired the Europeans, is fucking Harry Potter land at Universal Studios.
Okay, I'm gonna do a gimme here. I'm gonna do a gimme here. This could be a troll. This, I think, is a fucking troll post. I am almost 100% convinced that this is just a troll right here. It's gotta be. This has gotta be a troll, someone that's baiting, and is waiting for people to start reading in the comments, like, no, Europeans are the ones that have the castles, America's never had castles. It's gotta be bait. It has to be.
Harry Potter land at Universal Studios.
Also, I am curious how much of this video is outrage bait to get people like him to make videos. Cheer 100.
It's an excellent question, Tycel. I'd say more than a few. It is from Tablos. It's because it is Hogwarts from Universal Studio. It's the Hogwarts castle from the amusement park. And it's entirely possible it could be bait. Tycel, like the videos he's reacting to, could be baked to elicit his reaction. It is entirely possible. But that's kind of the problem. You don't really know anymore because it's so prevalent. So, do what I do. Roll with it.
American, you hear this? Okay, so I think this is like one of those hang bar games where you got to like hang for a minute.
1 minute is a goal. 60 seconds. 1 American minute.
American minute.
What? Sorry, what? 1 American minute. Americans in chat, I have a question. I'm questioning Americans in chat. How long do you think 1 minute is outside of America? Americans, can you tell? Enlighten me, please. How long do we think a minute is outside of America? And I know, chat, I'm only fucking with you. I know you guys know how much a minute is. I'm making a joke. Oh, Gore. Is it an African or European pigeon? And yes, I know that's not the joke, but I wanted to make the joke.
Is he gonna try and like scam him here? Be like, oh no, so this is, that's not an American minute. American minute is like, however long it takes you to fall.
American minute. I think so. I think
Sorry, what? Wait.
American minute. I think so.
They're not. That would cause chaos.
I
What do you mean
think
American
so?
minutes are different to the rest of... Where did you hear that?
I think European one's like 100 seconds.
Where on earth did you...
What? What? Again.
Did you hear that?
I think European one's like 100 seconds.
Where on earth did you hear that? European minutes
What?
have 100 seconds. How would that work? How on earth would that work?
Am I right? Like the metric.
Like the metric.
Leo, hope if I can get bonked too, because holy fuck. Tupop, I don't know. This is not a post. This was a video. Now, granted, after the video ended, I don't know if the guy responsible for this entertainment in that video was just like, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just messing around. But
System. The metric system doesn't apply to time. Trying to recreate going out for a nice coffee when you get back from Europe. Except Europe doesn't have nice coffee. It's all mixed with grains like wheat. Tastes like garbage.
What?
Grains like wheat. I mean, I don't drink coffee, but I don't think we mix coffee with grains and
Europeans in chat? Why didn't you tell me you mix wheat in your coffee and grains? Why was I never informed of this, Europeans?
and wheat. Public transportation is another word for communism. God bless America. God bless
there
America
we go.
for not letting
What
those
did I say?
make transportation easier. God bless America. I do like America. I think America.
So, I have to wonder, did anybody tell this person after he said this?
Disappointed!
Well, Alex, I was about to say, did anybody after this person posted, did anybody reply to him, then I guess America's a communist country, because guess what you have? And, yeah, Tysel, once upon a time, I actually did know this. I remember hearing about the reason for it, and I'm not blanking on it. I'm now blanking on the reason for it, but I do know there is, like, an actual reason why it was, why there's less. It says, at least we have walkable cities, cried the something.
For communism. God bless America. God bless America for not letting those commies make transportation easier. God bless America.
Bobcat, I
do
think you
like
maybe
America.
saw onto
I think
that
America
in there.
is a wonderful place to visit, but my God, some of the people there are just like they don't understand.
Yeah, that's Bobcat. I think you're right. I do remember. I think it was Nick that said it. Is because the country is too big for the public transportation on a countrywide scale. Like, obviously, there's public transportation in big cities, but yeah, there's not coast-to-coast public transportation because of the sheer geographical size. That part, yeah, that's what I was thinking, and I think Nick talked about that on an Unsub podcast. But there's still public transportation in every major city and minor cities throughout the country.
The meaning of words or what is good for them. The thing is, I love New York because the public transportation is great. One of the main reasons why I absolutely despise LA, other than the fact it is LA, is the fact that there is no public transportation system. There's buses, but if you go on a bus in LA, like, you're probably going to die. I always found it weird how Americans have like this sort of stigma attached to buses, because here in the UK it's just like kind of how a lot of people get around. Like most people get around on buses at one point or another. But in America it's kind of like looked down upon. Now I understand why. They're used by terrifying people. Welcome to Biden's America. This is England. UK culture is influenced by America, so I mean it's a little bit, but not really. It's more like,
yeah, not entirely wrong. And DJ, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you. Yeah, this statement is where he said, like, it's influenced by America. Not entirely wrong. Look at what's happened in England with people getting arrested for posting mean comments. I would wager that they kind of took their cue from America back in 2016. They did take the cue and just ran with it. So there is an influence. There's no denying it. Canada's same way. Canada's been influenced by what's happened in America with the way it's handled stuff, and not in a good way either. So there is some truth to that statement, unfortunately.
like American consumer goods that influence the UK, not America's politics, so to say. You can try to deny it with your British accent. Okay, so basically you can thank Bidenomics for the downfall of the UK. I don't even know what that means. Wait, what? Steak has 21 grams of protein per gram. 21 grams per gram.
What?
Mushrooms,
What?
even
What?
this one, have between 0
What?
to 4 grams.
What? What? I mean,
This is the worst.
oh, sorry. My, I think I just had a stroke trying to read that. I literally think I just had a stroke trying to read that statement. I'm terribly sorry.
Grams per gram. How exactly do you imagine 1 gram of beef contains 21 grams of protein? He maybe means kilo
What you just
or
said
100 grams?
Is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
No mercy.
I don't think he means per gram. I don't think Europause. I don't think Europause have many restaurants. Lol, they can't really comprehend the idea of bulk grocery stores. There are so many restaurants in Europe. So many restaurants. As an American, can I identify as Celtic/Scottish based on Ancestry? Hi there. I recently did a deep dive on my DNA and Ancestry, sending my raw DNA data to multiple ancestral DNA analyst sites. I found out that 75% of my ancestry is Celtic. All my ancestors going back to the Neolithic period all the way up to 1650 come from England, Ireland, and mostly Scotland. I got very into it and did a lot of research about the Celtic clans my ancestors belong to. I don't think that means you can identify as... I mean...
Leave us not forget that these DNA companies, like Ancestry or like 23andMe and all those, are fake. Just about all of them have gone belly up. Because I'm pretty sure it came out that their DNA analysis was bullshit. So, yeah. Oh, Tysell, you didn't. Well, I can't fault you because my mother did the same thing. Yeah, 23andMe definitely did. That I know. They filed for bankruptcy. Ancestry.com I actually don't think does anything with DNA. Ancestry.com actually uses like articles and stuff. So Ancestry.com is a bad example because it actually doesn't use DNA. But the 23andMe and all those other sub companies that use DNA, they went tits up because they were fake. I think. At the very least, they went tits up.
Research about the Celtic clans my ancestors belong to. I don't think that means you can identify as... I mean, you're going back about 400 years. Coming home to American comforts after living in Europe. Ice on demand. We do have fridges like that. They're just like not... They're just not common. I'd love to have an ice fridge though. That's like my goal. Like whenever I went around people's houses and they had a...
Well, the fact that it's not common does kind of mean it's an American comfort. You have to admit, like, the fact that in Europe and in, Britain, that ice dispensing refrigerators are not common in the household, that is kind of an American thing. It is. Same thing with, like, AC, like you said, Revan. Americans have a lot of AC. Yeah, that is, like, an American thing.
An ice fridge. I was like, oh, you are moneyed. You are up. Your parents are up, my friend. So I'd love to have one of those.
Not as much, Revan. Like, yes, Canada has, like, people in Canada do have air conditioning, but not a lot of them do. It's nowhere near as widespread. Ever since I've moved to Canada, not once have I had air conditioning since I moved to Canada years ago. Everywhere I've lived in Canada, I have not had air conditioning. I only have air conditioning now because I actually purchased a portable air conditioning unit. And God damn, am I glad I did, because in the summer times, oh my God, I could finally sleep again because I have an air conditioning unit in my bedroom. Yeah, it's just, yes, Canada and Canadians do have air conditioning. It's just nowhere near as widespread as the US.
Corner sofa, that'd be great. AC, yeah, to be fair, like AC is fucking great. It is a thing in like southern European countries, but here in England, it's not really a thing, and it should be. I've got a big unit in my room for when it's summer because it gets so hot in this room, and wearing the mask, I just cannot record when it's so hot. So I do have like a portable AC in this room. But man,
yeah, Revan? Oh yes. Like this summer, it was up into like the mid 80s. It may have like Toronto. Holy shit, Toronto! When I took a vacation trip to Toronto several years ago, it gets fucking it was hot as hell in Toronto. Like I think Toronto gets up into the 90s during the summer. I know here where I am, it was like mid to upper 80s, which bear in mind. You know, in the southern states, yes, I know you're saying that's not hot, but you are used to temperatures in the 90s and hundreds on a yearly basis. When you're in Canada and the high is like mid 80s, that's fucking hot because you get used to that. When you get used to that, when it hits that, it's hot. So it's all about getting used to it. That's the key. You know, when, you know, in the north, obviously, the average temperature is cooler, even in the summer. But when your body gets used to that after years and years, it feels hot. Your body develops a sympathetic response to that, you know, consistently different temperatures compared to having lived in the US. 80 Celsius, 80 Fahrenheit and Celsius is, I want to say, mid-20s, I think. I want to say mid-20s is 80 degrees. Yeah, 23 degrees. Yeah. Tell ya. And I was consistently getting, like, this summer, I think I was consistently seeing, like, high 20s all summer. So
it gets so hot in this country now. Like, I'm surprised a lot of new homes don't have AC. Plush carpeted floors, we do have those as well. Driving normal sized cars. American cars are unnecessarily massive for some reason. Soft towels.
And we know why.
We have soft towels as well. Space. Yeah, there's a lack of space in a lot of Europe. But to be fair, in America there is as well. Like if you go to New York City, there's a lack of space. If you go out to the countryside,
it's right there.
There's plenty of space. When you buy a car from a police auction and you find this bullshit, they would have found that. The police would have found that. That's bullshit. You're lying. $12 American. No, the pound is stronger than the dollar. That's a lot of money. That's a hell of a lot of money. Like 20 quid is about... It's about $27, I think. Something like that. I'm going to check my maths. Okay, 26. I was close. Do people realise that not everything can be transported by train? Some people don't like trains or are scared. Or scared of them.
Oh my God.
I'll scare some of you there. I personally love to travel by car. What do you mean you're scared of trains? Grow up. Americans, after they meet you, almost half of the world's population is America, so make it make sense. I mean, it's not. You feel.
Did you see the comment? Almost half of the world's population is American, so it makes sense. Really? Half the world's population is America. Hang on. Hang on. The population of America is 346 million. 346 million. They consider that half of the world. Need I remind you, chat? The current population of the planet Earth is between 6 and 7 billion. Yeah, this is where my focus is, not this. This. They're saying 349 million is half the world's population.
The only tipping I like is cow tipping and tipping ember biddies.
Thank you, Refin. Yeah, Alex, but they didn't say most populated country. They said world's population. And I don't know. I don't know why it was so fast.
Population is America, so
8 billion.
so
Okay.
make it make sense. I mean, it's not. You feel so dumb in Europe as an American. The problem with being being American in a country like Europe, I mean, that's not a great place to start when you're complaining about feeling stupid. I can't.
Ember Biddies? Rephrase cheer 100.
No, I don't think they will. And thank you, DJ.
I can't believe people in Europe are paying up to 30% tax. Does the US not pay that? I need to fucking move to the US if you lot are paying less than 30% tax. Fuck it out. Whoa, get me my visa now, please. I pay 47%.
Yeah. Okay. I'll learn to cook.
Happily because I live in free healthcare for all, I believe. Nah, fuck that. I want less than 30% tax. It's football, not soccer. The fuck is soccer? You're calling it football because I show speed. Not one single person before I show speed said football. Sorry, what?
Oh boy.
Memory. Have you ever experienced ancestral/genetic memory? What is this, Assassin's Creed? I had an experience with flying into Japan and watching the sun rising, and suddenly I had the overwhelming feeling that I was home. I'm a 4th generation Japanese American, and with some of my great-grandparents being born in America and have never felt any connection to the motherland until that moment. It was the strangest feeling ever. I didn't know what to call it. Wasn't sure.
Revan, you don't know what Assassin's Creed is? It's a video game franchise that is going to be Ubisoft's downfall when it goes bankrupt after the latest release of it. That's what Assassin's Creed is.
If it was something anyone else ever experienced. Has anyone felt something similar? Ancestral memory. I think you might just be a bit happy to be on holiday, you know? It's just a British show.
Really?
Nah, but American In-Betweeners is better. I think you need...
Oh! Revan, did you mistype? Did I misunderstand what you typed? Okay. Oh, okay. You confused me. I'm sorry. Did mistype confuse me? And that's like kind of went off a little bit. I'm sorry. Heavy Falcon. Okay. So you were Connor. Gotcha. One of the best ones.
To leave. You need to leave now. American In-Betweens is better. Have you ever actually watched American In-Betweens? It's absolutely dreadful. It's fucking dire. I know because I've watched the whole thing. Like and subscribe or I will subject you to watching the In-Betweeners USA. All of it. Non-stop. Just every single episode back to back. I'll make you do it if you...
Wait. What is he talking about? It's just a British show. Huh? Okay. UKers in chat, I need help. I don't understand this. What is this? I need some context. I have no idea what this is. Does anybody know what this is? I do not. I don't know. Okay.
I know because I've watched the whole thing. Like and subscribe or I will subject you to watching the In-Betweeners USA. All of it. Non-stop. Just every single episode.
I guess it's the In-Betweeners?
I'll make you do it if you don't like and subscribe.
I guess it was the In-Betweeners. I've never heard of that before. Either a British or UK version. I don't think it was a video game. I think it was just like I think it was just a a photo from a show or something that had like a filter over it. That's why it looked like the video game.